Rajelakshmi Mohan, your fitness coach. I just finished working out in the gym, so that's why I'm looking a little bit messed up. So, does it happen with you, or have you ever felt that you have been stuck when it comes to losing weight and seeing a change in your personality? What I mean by getting stuck is you start exercising, you start eating healthy food, you see a little bit change, and then you fall back to your original patterns of eating unhealthy food or not exercising, just trying to relax, and then you again put on weight. So you're in a constant pattern. It's a cycle that you are in, and you don't see, and it's a never ending cycle. So has it happened with you? Let me tell you, if you are being stuck when it comes to losing weight and seeing a change in your personality, then there are two things that you must do to overcome that. The first one is, if you don't change inwardly, and outwardly change is close to impossible. What I mean by that is, if you have a self-doubt or self-belief, for example, no matter what I do, I will still not lose weight. If that is your belief, so no matter whatever you will do, you will still not lose weight, because that's your belief. Because now, for example, you want to start eating healthy, and your belief is that no matter what I do, I will still not lose weight. If that's your belief, then when you start eating healthy, your mind will tell you, hey, this is not you. You are not the person who eats healthy. So just stop doing that. You'll not see any change. Go back to your original habit, and you will fall back. So it's like we focus so much from neck below that we forget that the mind plays a very important role when it comes to living healthy, eating healthy, and looking healthy. So it all starts with the mind. So you have to change things inwardly before you start changing outwardly. And that's one thing that I teach many clients in my fitness workshop, on how they can overcome this self-doubt, self-belief, and replace it with something more powerful, so that the mind and your body works in sync, so that you are able to see the change and not get stuck. Okay, so you need to focus inwardly before you start seeing change outwardly. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing that you have to do is something that I call as the WIT principle. Now, what does WIT stand for? W-I-T. It stands for whenever I dash then. Now let me give you an example. So I usually know when I eat unhealthy food. My two favorite foods are pizzas and noodles, okay, like Maggi noodles. Okay, these two are my favorite junk foods. Now I know when I crave for these foods. First thing is, when I'm like really upset, depressed, I had a bad day, I will crave for pizza or noodles if it is at home. And the second thing is, when I'm not eaten healthy throughout the day, or I've skipped my meals, that's when I will crave for junk. So I know my triggers for unhealthy food, so I will write it down that whenever I'm upset, depressed, sad, I eat pizza or noodles. And whenever I skip meal, I crave for pizza or noodles. So I write what are my trigger points, and then what I do, so now I use the WIT principle. So the WIT is, whenever I am sad, then read a book, or then, so you replace that food, that unhealthy food, with probably something healthy, or probably some pattern interrupt. So I usually do a pattern interrupt, and a pattern interrupt for me is, I get up, I start walking, I start listening to music, I see some video, or I read a book, or I call up a friend. So when I do a pattern interrupt, so my mind is not focused on the food at that moment or for the next few moments. So when I change the pattern interrupt, that's when I'm not focused on the food, I'm not focused on eating unhealthy. So that's how I try to avoid eating unhealthy food, especially when I know I have to get into the shape, or not eat unhealthy food when I have a competition close by. So this is how I avoid getting stuck. So it's called the WIT principle. Whenever I space then dash. So whatever you replace after then has to be something healthy. It can be walking, reading, calling a friend, maybe eating dark chocolate. Replace it with something healthy. All right, so let's recap the two things that you want to follow to avoid being stuck. So the first thing is, you want to focus inwardly before you start seeing change outwardly. And that's by replacing all your self-beliefs with a positive self-beliefs that will give you a powerful outwardly change. All right. And the second thing that you definitely want to do is do the WIT principle. So the first thing for that is you need to know what triggers your patterns for eating unhealthy food. Write them down and then use the WIT principle. So it's like whenever I am dash, so it's like whenever I am sad, then go for a walk. Or whenever I am upset, or whenever I am bored, then watch movies. Something which interrupts the pattern and you are not craving for food. That's what the WIT principle will do for you. So these were my 2 best principles for you to avoid getting stuck when it comes to losing weight. And if you did like the video, then please share, subscribe, and do comment on what other videos you would like to see and you would like to hear from me. Okay, because I'm here to serve you and add value to you. All right, and do go to my website called powerbodynow.com. And if you want to reach back to me for more health and fitness related tips or concerns on how you can lose weight and look more powerful, feel powerful, then go to powerbodynow.com/contact.php. Go there and leave your comments there, leave your concerns, and I will definitely reach back to you. All right. Until then, this is Rajelakshmi Mohan reminding you always that Power Body does not improve by chance. It improves by choice. I want you to make the right choice. Until then, you take care. Bye-bye.
Why?